My camera. How about them Giants? How about them Giants? How about them Giants?
Woo! What is happening, people? Welcome to another episode of Giants Rush, where we talk, I don't know, we talk about Giants football. What else are we talking about? 50 weeks of the year, we're here slamming it. We're the podcast that you love to hate, and we appreciate every single one of you hanging out with us every Monday at 7:30. We're back. There's probably some vacations, so some of you folks may be at the mountains or the beach or the lake. Some of you may be slaving away like I was today, trying to catch up on all the stuff I didn't do last week. However, what we do have is we've got two things. One is, as you already know, nothing ever changes here.
It's good to be the king.
Nothing changes there. It's good to be the king. And as always, right-hand man, always got some type of 4th of July fireworks going on.
Miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
Here he is. What's up?
What's going on, Craig? How we doing?
I'm doing good, man. We are itching very close to camp and rookies reporting and what I call the new resurgence of the Giants. It feels good all the way around. No one's complaining about Jones. No one's complaining about, how are we going to stop the run? No one's complaining about Pinnock can't tackle. What are we going to do at running back? Like, a lot of things got solved in the offseason. Now we get a chance to actually put them under the microscope and watch what they can do.
Finally, I'm so eager. And I'm excited because, as I mentioned to you the other day, I will be at week 1 in Washington with family watching that game, and I cannot wait. So I'm ready for camp to get started. I'm ready to see how they do. And week 1 in Washington.
So people don't like when I say this, but I actually I'm a summer guy.
Yeah.
I like the summer. I don't want to wish the summer away. Because when summer's gone, yes, it's football. But the thing is for 12 years, fall has been bad. And I get let down, right? I'm all pumped up and I wish summer goodbye. Get out. Bring me fall. Bring me my New York Giants. And what do I get? I get crap in return for letting go. So forgive me for holding on to my summer just a little bit longer than I normally do.
I don't think about those things because I live in Florida, so it's pretty much summer year round. Yeah. So excuse me for I'll be more considerate next time about that.
Thank you. Stop treading on my summer, dude.
I know.
I'm definitely always excited for football. And then I already know, you already know that what we're going to have is we're going to have a rough start, and this team's going to get better week by week, and we're going to get rolling, week 3, week 4, week 5. First couple of weeks is going to be rough, and everybody should lock in with that concept because the schedule is difficult. But the second half of the schedule, really, they only need to win like 4 or 5 games to have a healthy win season. Yes, I hate to break the news, but the New York Giants aren't going to the Super Bowl in 2025/2026. But you got to win 7 games before you win 9. You got to win 9 before you win 12 and so on. This is the year where we finally get over the hump. Things look good. Would you agree with that?
I would, yeah. And I'd also say that weeks 1 and 2 are winnable weeks.
Hands down.
I would absolutely say that. It's a couple of the other teams like Kansas City. It's going to be a little more challenging, right?
Yep.
Niners potentially, right? Could be a little more challenging. But Yeah, it'll be interesting because we don't know what other teams are going to do. We don't know what they're going to be like. Anything's possible, but realistically, it's going to be harder after those first 2 weeks,
Yeah.
especially Philly twice in 3 weeks or whatever it is, 4
I'm
weeks.
not even sure. Like I'm a total like conspiracy theorist here. That all this stuff is kind of fixed in a way. Like put it this way. Think
Yeah.
about this concept. Right? You don't think that the NFL like lies through their teeth, right? Think about like every day how many like white lies that you tell to get what you want or to look a certain way. You don't mean anybody any harm, right?
No,
But you're
yeah,
like, you know what? I gotta tell a little white lie, I gotta stretch truth
yeah,
a little bit, right?
yeah.
Just to make sure you keep everything in check. Like I tell my wife all the time, I'm like, the little white lies I tell my son to get him to do what I need him to do is crazy. I love him to death, but if I just told him the truth all the time, nothing would ever get done.
No, of course
So
not.
I gotta manipulate the scenario a little bit
Mm-hmm.
so he can do what I need him to do.
Yeah.
So the NFL telling you like, oh yeah, the schedules are straight up and this is the way it is. Like, I don't necessarily believe that. I think all these scheduling is done with the networks where they sit down and go, look, these are the days where we want the biggest audiences. Put on a good matchup there.
Yep.
So, but after week 2, it does get extremely hard, but I'm okay with it because I got a good feeling about where they're going.
Yeah, and listen, maybe it's a good sign. They're like, oh, we see what the Giants added, so we're gonna give them a harder schedule and see what they're made of. So we'll see. I think of things like that too. So you never know.
Yep,
You never
exactly.
know.
Optimism from the Joker, which is rare. Optimism.
Yeah, right. It's the off season. I keep telling people the off season is when you're supposed to be optimistic
Yeah.
because enough non-optimism during the season. So yeah,
I can't remember. I haven't been optimistic. Like I said, there's not a lot of optimism in the season because they always, like I said, they just start so slow and then it goes downhill from there.
they do.
Let me ask you some questions.
All right. Shoot, fire away.
And I'm waiting for some folks. Oh, look at that. Grandier just jumped in the room. What's up,
Oh,
Grandier? Howdy, King, Joker Rush Brothers, the Rush Brothers. Baba Booey to you, my friend, also.
Yes.
So, Grandier, just so you know, I worked for the Howard Stern Show for like 10 years. So when you say Baba Booey, it brings back a ton of memories, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's do a little bit of this. We don't have like this hard, fast type of show today, right? We're kind of like kicking it back a little bit. Grandier wants to know, is there a New York Giants second draft pick that's holding out?
We don't have a second round draft pick. They traded it away, right? Alexander was in the 3rd round.
Are you alluding to something, Grandier, or is this a play on words that you're asking for a second round pick?
Did you not see what's his name for one? There was a second round draft pick. Is it Jaden Higgins? I think that got fully guaranteed money. So now other second round draft picks are holding out to try to get better contracts.
Yes.
So no, that's what he's saying. Does the Giants have a second round draft pick? He left out a word there, but the Giants didn't have a second round draft pick.
Correct. So I didn't know if he was alluding to a certain player. If I'm not mistaken, everyone is locked and loaded, Grandier, right now. Mm-hmm. And all the papers been signed, dotted, on the dotted line. I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Their agents are fully already, locked and loaded for their, whether it was a 4-year deal or a 4-year with a 5th option or whatever it may be for our 1st and 2nd round picks. They're all in, baby. They're all ready to go. Yes, the Chargers have a 2nd round holding out. And here's the thing. If they cave, Grandier, it makes no sense. Let one guy hold out. The rest of the NFL, understands the tier system, and it is what it is. If you want the tier system to change, do it in the offseason, not after you get drafted. Right. So, I'm just looking at it like this. It's one guy. If one team caves, the other 31 shouldn't be caving and say, we're going to back out all the second draft pick deals and redo them. Like, just, you can't let one guy blow the whole system up. He says the Chargers and the Finns 2nd round picks this year holding out. Show me
so
the guarantee.
Yeah, because the Texans actually did it. Jaden Higgins plays for the Texans, 2nd round draft pick this year. They gave him fully guaranteed money, and now it's impacting the rest of the thing. Yeah. Well, it's biting the league in the ass, not the Texans in the ass. It's biting the league in the ass.
Yeah, but in down the road, it bites the Texans in the ass too, right? Because all of a sudden now you've moved guaranteed money from first round to second round because one team caved. So while it doesn't bite the Texans in the ass in 2025, it'll bite them in the ass in 2026.
Yep.
The NFL has to stop just allowing this bullshit to happen all the time where regardless of what happens, under any circumstances, give the player what they want. And yes, Grandier, no doubt it could be a trend, but like, man, like, you know, I don't know how you hold out as a second round pick. Oh yeah, Cold just hey, Cold. What's happening?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Cold. It's predetermined, but the guaranteed money is what they're holding out for. They want the guaranteed money.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Not the contract slot, guaranteed cash. But again, Cold. If 31 teams hold strong on what they believe is fair, like I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I want to be pro player, but at some point, like, if you go that route, you'll just wind up they'll have no power for anything. The players will dictate everything they do. And don't get me wrong, some players really deserve it, Cold, right? Some players are going to deserve it, but that's what a renegotiated contract is for. That's what upping a guy early is for. We can't keep giving these players all this cash before they step on the field.
Well, see, that's where I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. And the reason I'm going to disagree is, well, because here's the thing, because there's owners or coaches that'll cut a player, GMs will cut a player and they lose their money. So like we want the players to be a certain way and not do a certain thing, but GMs, owners, they don't care. So I don't blame these players for wanting to get their money up front. Like you were drafted in a certain round, get your guaranteed money. What if he gets injured and whatever else? There's so many things. Like this is such a violent sport.
If he gets injured, he didn't perform. I can't pay you for not performing.
I get it. But I mean, listen, contracts are not about what somebody did also. Like when somebody signs a second contract, it's not just about what they did. It's about what they're expecting him to do.
What's the key word to what you just said, though?
Yeah, but there's some people who didn't perform all that well and got huge contracts because they're expecting them to go better. So
again, it's all my point is that when you get drafted, right? It's you can negotiate or hold out all you want because you haven't done anything yet. There's more busts than non-busts. You can't pay guaranteed money for someone that hasn't done anything.
But the players aren't negotiating that as a draft pick. That was set up through the CBA, so it's out of their control. So players are now trying, and this is what Colt said here. He's like, you get what you negotiate. Well, players aren't negotiating. It's the Players Association. So if you're a rookie, if you're a draft pick, then you have no control over that. So the only thing that's changing is they want the guaranteed money. And it's the Texans' fault who did it.
To earn guaranteed money. They're a second round pick. They haven't earned it. And if you pull statistics, you're talking about like 60%.
But why are first round picks getting guaranteed money?
The first round picks are getting the guaranteed money because they're clearly a cut above the second round.
But
pick.
we know.
I'm not talking about
that
outliers.
People drop. We know people did drop a lot, right?
I got it. But we're talking about holistically. We're not talking about outliers. We're talking about holistically. First round picks should be making outside the quarterback spot, by the way, are making it more than the second, and so on and so on and so on. You just can't go about this because then the third round guy is going to say the same thing. Well, I'm still sacrificing my body. I want guaranteed money. It won't stop. You have to say, dude, come talk to me and hold out during the year when you crush every record, and we'll renegotiate or we'll give you a new deal. It's got to stop somewhere.
Listen, the only reason they're holding out is because somebody else signed that contract. That's the only reason why. They weren't holding out to start this. They're holding out because now Jaden Higgins got a fully guaranteed contract. So the other second rounders are seeing this like, all right, I want my fully guaranteed contract. So it's not like they're like, hey, I'm going to hold out because I want to start this trend. No, the trend was started. Now they're reacting to it. So I get it. I mean, I get it. Right.
But it ain't right. You can't let these guys run the league without playing in the league. If you play in the league, they've got every single right to say, I'm not doing this anymore until I get paid. But like, dude, I can't hire you and pay you up front for a job you didn't do.
I get it. I get it. I get that point. I'm not, again,
Like if
I
I
just
take Abdul Carter,
Mhm.
first round DN, and then I take a DN in the second round, and I look at them side by side, I can easily tell you why Carter gets guaranteed money and the guy who was drafted, let's see, so 32, the guy that got drafted 59th over the guy who got drafted, second, third, fourth, fifth. I can see there's going to be a big difference.
But again, that's yes, Carter's an outlier because he's clearly noticeable how he's different. There's some players you're taking in the first round. It's the same principle though. They haven't produced, they haven't done anything in the league, so you're going to guarantee them their money just because they went in the first round? They haven't produced jack in the league. The same thing, the same reason you're giving for a second rounder not getting applies to a first rounder.
But then again,
right?
then what you're saying is none of them should show up. This is your concept because you're saying the rounds don't matter and the production doesn't matter. So no one should show up unless they get guaranteed money. There's no NFL.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm understanding. I'm
what
understanding why they're doing it because one person already got a fully guaranteed contract, so they're trying to make change.
One guy. There's 1,800 guys in the league. One guy. Who cares about
one guy in the second round? So it starts a trend. That's how everything starts. It starts with one person. Right?
That's the point. Is 31 teams have to hold it not being a trend because they haven't done anything.
Well, they may. We'll see what they do. We'll see if they may just let those guys hold out and not sign a contract and go without them for the season. We'll see.
Cole made the point a couple minutes ago, like, that's where you negotiate then. Like,
yeah, but players can't negotiate. That's my point. Rookies can't negotiate. It's already predetermined for them.
Once I'm in my second and third year and I know what I can do, then I can hold out to negotiate a better deal. I should not be expected to get guaranteed money before you even know if I can play.
I mean, you got drafted for a reason in the second round. We're not talking about like a third, fourth, and fifth rounder. We're talking about a second rounder.
Yes, but I think again you're missing.
Which a lot of second rounders are starting, and contributing and doing really well.
Then the third rounders are going to say the same thing, and then the fourth rounders are going to say.
Well, maybe yeah, but then why are first rounders like again? I'm logically speaking. You can't say that you can't use that argument for a second rounder and then say, oh, but by the way, we can get fully guaranteed money to the first rounders.
It's a privilege.
Maybe no round should get. Maybe nobody should get.
Dude, it's a privilege to be drafted in the first round for those cats. Like they've put in. They were either better athletes. They put better work in. They had better results. Whatever they did, those 32 cats deserve to be in the first round, whether they produce or not. The benefit of having a track record of success at another level is getting guaranteed money. You're in the second round because you just weren't good as that other guy. So you have to draw the line somewhere.
Not always. Team needs. Guys are good. Team might not need that particular position. Their stats, their production are just as good. It's not black and white like that first and second round.
But it doesn't matter. The first round is exclusively an elite, different type of player who is going to get rewarded with guaranteed money. And for whatever reason, because life isn't fair, you were supposed to be a first round pick, but fell to the second round like Xavier McKinney, right? Like life isn't fair and it happens, but there's no guaranteed money in the second round. Like that's it.
Then CBA needs to bargain for that, or whoever needs to renegotiate when that CBA is up again. Because I don't necessarily agree that first rounders should get guaranteed money. You haven't proven anything. You haven't done anything. Because you go in the first round, you get fully guaranteed money. And if that's the case, then again, there's not a huge difference between like let's say you go pick 29 and then you're the first pick in the second round. Do you think there's a huge gap between somebody who went 29 and the first pick in the second round?
Absolutely not.
All right, there you go.
But again, the system has to have regulations and rules to keep it, in order. There has to be an order to something or you can't actually succeed. So you can't have whatever you want to call it, anarchy when it comes to financial economics. Like I'm just saying economically to run a team, the billions of dollars that go in and out, like I'm fine with taking away the first round money, guaranteed money.
Right.
But if they're drawing a line in the sand somewhere, they're drawing it at the second round, and it just has to be what it is.
I mean, with the way it's set up now, I think first and second rounders, I'm okay with first and second rounders getting guaranteed money.
And then what happens in 5 years when the third rounders all hold out because they want guaranteed money? Like, it'll never stop.
Well, but is a team going to, but here's the thing. The only reason they're holding out is because the Houston Texans decided to pay their wide receiver, their draft pick in the second round, fully guaranteed money. So if a team doesn't do it in the third round in 5 years, then nobody's going to hold out. The only reason they're hold out is because somebody already got the fully guaranteed money. That's the only reason. This wouldn't have happened if the Texans didn't give Jaden Higgins a fully guaranteed contract. Other players would not be holding out at this point for guaranteed money. Now, let's not pretend like other people don't hold out or don't sign their rookie contracts either. Like, this is a first-year thing. You've had other rookie contracts or rookie players that have held out, right?
100%. There's less of them now than there was earlier, in the CBA or even the prior CBA. But you have to draw the line somewhere. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm just saying economics says I got to draw a line somewhere. If one team messes it up, doesn't mean the other 31 teams should do that. Because again, now you're talking about a completely different pay wage scale. You're putting a ripple in the economics of the team to have guaranteed money. And by the way, here's what we'll all forget is if now you start guaranteed second round money, you're just having less cap money. You're going to have less disposable income. You're going to have less opportunity to do what you want to do with free agents in the offseason. This is only going to benefit the second round player who hasn't performed. Apologies, I wasn't making fun or a joke. I was asking the second round. Oh yeah, I got you, Grangier. Yeah. Yeah, you're
fine. We know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm right with you, Grangier. I knew you weren't.
So here's my hot take again, Craig. They should get rid of the salary cap. You want fan engagement. You want players to stick around longer. Get rid of the salary cap. Go back to when it was no salary cap. I've said that before on here. I've said it a number of times, and I fully believe that. Salary cap it's not good for fans. I don't think it's good for the league. I don't like it at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with building dynasties. And the fact that they got it and they still had dynasties. Right? The Patriots was a dynasty with the salary cap era. So it didn't prohibit it. There's not
those are parity. Anomalies though.
Kansas City?
Yeah. So, that's where I was going. I was like, there is I think the Patriots thing became an anomaly. And then I think we started the show about conspiracy theories about what the NFL tells you and how they lie to manipulate the fans. There's no doubt in my mind that they want Kansas City to make this run because they've got 4 extremely marketable players and a marketable coach. And I honestly
and a marketable girlfriend.
Yeah, well, that's exactly where I was going. Like, listen, Derek Jeter has dated more unbelievably beautiful women than probably all the NFL combined, and they never put those women on TV ever. It was always about the game. They've made it about Goodell's made it about entertainment. So you've got all this ancillary things going on that don't, roll up under wins and losses. So I don't know. Yeah, you could get rid of the salary cap, but the dynasty thing I think would have happened anyway because that's how Goodell. Like right now, who's the next dynasty that's coming in? The Eagles, right? It's like I ran Cowboys for 8. I ran Kansas City for 5. I'm going to go run Eagles now. Like, it's a league that is designed now to have dynasties, regardless of the salary cap.
That's why get rid of it because then players will stay, fans will be more loyal. Like, I think it's a better experience. I think it'll change the mindset of people because then people are like, oh, you got to cut this guy. You got to cut this guy. This guy's making too much money. I think it'll get back to where it used to be. And sometimes you got to go back. You got to go back to move forward. And I think they should get rid of the salary cap. If nothing else, worst case scenario, you got to change the quarterback salary cap. You have to.
Yeah, quarterbacks, crush everything.
They should have their own cap, whatever it is, figure it out. And then however they want to adjust it because
you're handcuffing teams,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And fans go out and buy jerseys and then the player leaves to another team. Like we know, again, I know we're old, but man, how great was it to watch guys like year after year playing so many years with one team. Like I really don't see the benefit now. Like you don't get that. You don't have that like affinity for players like you once had, right? Like
well, fantasy football comes into play there too because you're rooting for players and not teams.
exactly.
Let me answer Grangier, just ripping off really good questions in a row.
Okay, yeah. Perfect.
Thank you, Granzier. It says good cover. Let me pop it up here. Good conversation. Have not heard many YouTuber podcasts talk about this. Thank you. Appreciate that. Trying to keep you guys entertained in the off season. This one here. Yes, all the 2025 draft picks for the Giants are under contract. Signed, not even a blip on the radar, which is a very good sign that people want to be here and they're ready to rock. And this last one here, that's why a team has to win a Super Bowl while their top rookie QB is under contract. Yeah, because as Sean just alluded to, the league runs too fast in a certain category and it ruins everything. So think about what I'm saying, and I'm riffing off of what Sean just said.
Yep.
The teams are handicapped because the quarterback has something like 26% of the overall cap, right? On a team. So you can't sign who you want and all this stuff, and then they leave and go to another team. That's something that became a trend, right? Trend was like, pay these guys, keep paying them, which is fine. I like to get their bag. But at some point, with no salary cap for the quarterbacks, they handicap your team. That's the same scenario that's happening with this second round pick. If we can keep catering to the whims of whatever the new trend is, it winds up hurting the big picture of what the team could do, because now I've got 30% wrapped up in a QB and I got another 25% wrapped up in my first and second round pick. I got no money for free agency. I've got no money cap. I got no money for all this stuff. So big picture to hurt your franchise.
Valid point.
And the last one, and then I'll take a breath and I'll let you talk.
Okay.
Grangier said something about that was near and dear to me a second ago. I'm looking for it. Okay. Let's see. Where did that go? He said about ticket prices. Here. Wait, is that it? Rookie contract after prices go up, draft picks. I lost you, Grangier. You said, here he goes. Says the owners will just raise the ticket prices. So here's my crazy ass take. There's going to be a point in time where there won't be any fans in the stands because you're raising the price of them. You're asking for PSLs. And what you find when you go to this stadium, it's all corporate, right? And they don't watch the game. They're waving to each other. They're on their phones. Like no one's watching the game. And I'm not talking about like 2,000 people. I'm talking 20,000 people. It's all luxury boxes. People are complaining about the Giants stadium or MetLife Stadium because it's not fan friendly anymore. No, it's corporate friendly. They show up with their clients or their would-be clients. They wine and dine them and they roll out. It's entertainment now. So, Granzier, if the prices just go up, you'll just phase them out. And I don't think owners care because they've got TV deals. And the TV deals is literally the lifeblood of an NFL franchise. That's why these franchises in like Arizona and Jacksonville can succeed. They don't give a shit if you show up or not. Like they're getting paid by the network. So, yes, they can keep raising those prices, Granzier, but there'll be a time when people aren't as passionate about football. They go and they leave at halftime. Look, I got good seats. They've been in my family since 1968. I got a guy in front of me. He's around 35, and he drives all the way in from Long Island and leaves at halftime every game. I can't figure it out. He doesn't seem to mind. He doesn't seem to care. I'm always giving him shit because I'm like, why do you drive 2 hours to come here for an hour and a half and leave? Like, it makes no sense. So, yes, the owners will raise those prices, Granzier, but there will be a time when people are like, I just stream this sucker on my 74-inch flat screen and forget it all. Maybe not in the near future, but I could see 10 years from now that the players just play in an empty stadium. No concessions, no nothing.
Hmm.
Think about it. Would you pay $500? Look, there are folks right now sitting in the coach's corner behind Dable, and each game, that they go is is a $1,000 seat, right?
Yeah,
And
it's
then you
crazy
get
with that.
closer to the 50, and all of a sudden it's a $5,000 seat. Like, it's nuts. Like,
Yeah.
face value now. Hey, here's one for you. I'll throw a curveball at you here. I don't know if you've heard about this, Sean. It used to be where NFL tickets had a base cost, and they would break down the NFL who had the most expensive tickets.
Right.
Giants always came in around middle of the pack.
Okay.
Anywhere from when they started doing $130 a game to $160 a game for like good seats, like good lower seats, right?
Right. Yeah.
What they started to do is, because of, again, fantasy football, streaming, flat screens, people not giving a crap anymore, they decided, you know what I'm going to do? The Eagles fans want to come, they travel well. The Eagles fans want to come to MetLife and watch a game. The resale, when you resell the ticket now, your Giants Arizona game is worth $100.
Yeah.
Your Giants Eagles game is worth $350.
Yep.
So they're literally changing the cost of your ticket by the team that they play.
Yep.
Insanity.
Yep. I know. It's crazy. It's the way it's going to keep going. It's the way it's going to keep going with all the contracts and everything else.
I don't think
how cold you saw.
Yeah, I'm not sticking up for the owners. I'm just saying, like, just I don't know how else to say. Like, economically, it won't work. Like I want free agents, but if there's no free agency money or there's no cap money, like, it's got nothing to do with the owners. It has to do with like all the other pieces. Like I said, phasing fans out, busting the fans' balls that they have to pay $40 to park and they have to pay $18 for a beer. It's just bull crap, right?
Yeah.
Or we can't afford the best safety in the game because we gave a second-round pick who bombed out guaranteed money. I don't – honestly, at the end of the day, I am pro-player, pro-fan, screw the billionaires, 100%. Economically, though, it may look different because if I can't sign the guy I want because the second round pick's a bomb, but we gave him guaranteed money and there's no cap, like, what did it matter? We screwed ourselves.
It would help development, though. Think about it. It would make drafting that much more important because you can't get a high-priced free agent. So you got to make sure your picks develop. You got to make sure you do it the right way. Could be interesting from that standpoint, right? If you think about it, it's not bad. Like, I get what you're saying. I'm just taking a different approach here of thinking at it from a outside the box of, okay, because you used to be, remember, like before free agency, you had to develop your players. You had to draft well. You draft them and they stuck with the team the entire time. So is that really a bad thing if we went back to that kind of system?
No.
Where you have minimal free agents coming in, you got to develop. You got guys that are there for a long time. You got guys that take pride in their team. Like we talk about, here's the biggest thing. And by the way, we said, right? You said bring in fireworks. I am bringing the fireworks tonight to start the show, Craig. Like, look at what we're having here, right? So here's the thing. We talk about, like, there isn't that pride anymore. There isn't that, like, rivalries because these players go off, they do this, they do that. Now imagine you draft somebody, stay with you the whole time. They build up that hatred for their rival, right? Yeah. Oh, how great would that be? So maybe it's not a bad idea if free agency was a little different and players had to stick through. And, I'm not saying get rid of it completely, but if you're limited and you can only have a couple you can sign, then you really got to make sure you hit it in draft, right?
How do you go backwards and just tell these guys you're not paying them anymore?
I mean, I get it. I don't know that you can, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Get rid of the salary cap. Players are going to be less likely to leave.
I will say the best thing that you said was probably the best takeaway from today is start off with redoing the quarterback benchmark crap because you're paying some bad quarterbacks really big money.
Agreed.
Just freaking killing. Like, I don't care. You can love Murray all you want. Dude gets freaking paid.
I know, it's crazy.
That team is just like,
I know.
you know,
It's crazy.
Jacksonville just getting paid. And you're
Yep.
like, man, like stop letting quarterbacks ruin NFL franchises. All right, let's try something else. We beat the crap out of it. We beat the crap.
Yeah, no, we did. It was good though. You got to have some different topics, some of them with the off season, and it could impact the Giants. And listen, we're well rounded, Craig. Like we can talk about a lot of things. That's what's good here. So
We are.
go ahead,
Yeah,
switch gears.
Here, Cold is the he's the OG. So me and Cold are always good.
Yeah, he just likes to give shite to people. That's what
Cold is basically like, he's family. So not that you're not family Grands but yeah, I'm used to crap.
Cold is like the two old guys in the Muppets, that always criticize everything. That's what Cold is. He just needs a partner in crime that have somebody next to him
up in the rafters.
Yeah. That's what he is.
Yeah, busting balls, exactly.
Yep.
It's all good, man. At the end, we always appreciate what you guys bring to the table. Let's talk about something that jumped out at me this week, and it's Russ in San Diego.
Yeah.
Tell me what you saw. Tell me what you liked. Please don't tell me about Jalen Hyatt being being buff and jacked, because I don't give a crap until he catches footballs.
I won't.
What else did you notice about the boys? If you don't know the story, either Russ owns a house in San Diego or lives in San Diego part-time. He had literally, I don't know, it's got to be 12 to 15 guys in San Diego working out. What did you see, Sean?
Well, I saw a number of things. So I'm going to say this. Chris Manhertz is an absolute, built like a Greek god, right? Like that dude, holy hell. And Theo Johnson is a damn monster. He's and tall as hell. Like he's literally a giant.
I don't think the thing is I don't think he's that much taller than Bellinger or they're the same height. It's just Theo just looks like a tree.
Oh, he's definitely a couple inches taller than Bellinger. Yeah, he's
I don't know. I'm gonna look.
Theo's taller than people realize. Because Manhertz isn't small. Manhertz isn't short either. Like Manhertz is pretty tall.
I think Manhertz might be the tallest one on that team. But
no, Theo's the tallest. Theo's definitely the tallest.
I'm looking it up now just so we know. But dude, like Theo's legs are his ankles are the same as his thighs, and his thighs are the same way of his waist. His waist is the same as his chest. He's just one big tree trunk.
Yeah, dude, and he's tall as hell. Like literally, when you see him, he's the tallest person in that picture. But the other thing that stood out, right? Well, when you find their heights, you let me know because
I'm looking it up.
Okay, because I feel pretty confident Theo is the tallest player on the Giants out there.
I believe.
But the other thing that stood out is Russ's work ethic, and I say that to the extent of, and people will make fun of him. They'll say he's corny, but there's a reason why I liked what he did. So he was wearing
corny. He's a little corny.
Well, yeah, I get it, but not for what he did out there. So he was wearing the shoulder pads while he was working out with the team. He was the only one wearing shoulder pads, and I like it because what that does is now you're used to throwing in shoulder pads all the time. So he's understanding what that timing is going to look like, what the throw is going to look like, all that it's going to look like with those players. So people are making fun. Oh, he's wearing shoulder pads. I liked it. I thought it was great that he was doing it.
My question to you is as I unveil and we're going to talk about tight end U in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll save this stat for the tight end U conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
And just think how much money you might want to lose. I do think Russ is corny, but I do think it's cool that he's preparing to throw in shoulder pads in the heat. Yeah. These guys. Anything else jump out, strike you?
I mean, just that the amount of people that were there, he had a good turnout. I think Malik was there too. So there was, I think, all the important skill set people were there, and that's what I'd like to see. And it's good. So those are the major things that stood out to me.
Cole says we spend a lot of time observing other men's bodies. I don't know, dude. It's hard to miss how.
I mean, it's a sport where, right? It's football.
Yeah, wait. By the way, for the record, isn't that all football is? It's about size of
size, weight. Right, exactly. I mean, we're not pulling a Jerry Jones, Cold. So let's be clear on that, okay? Yeah. And no, I'm not going to explain what that is. If you don't know what it is, figure it out. Cold, you probably know, but we're not Jerry Jones over here, my man.
No. I am again always really excited to see when the QBs are look, man, Let's go hang out. Let's throw the rock. Let's have some laughs. We'll work a little bit. We'll clown around a little bit. We'll work a little bit, and then we'll work a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's definitely a plan that gets these guys, getting. Yeah, I think you kind of stole my point there, Russ. Yeah, I was saying, like, I think this is the way to drink the Russ Kool-Aid. He kind of we're on the same page.
Yeah, I mean, it's just all the things that he's doing that it should equate to wins. That's what I'm talking about. Like, this is what you want to see. Things like this should equate to wins.
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of dudes that drink milk with their dinner, without a doubt. So yeah, I'm cool with the fact that he's building some team camaraderie and he's getting young guys and older guys out there. I love it, And look, Jones used to take his guys to North Carolina and wherever they went. I don't know. Again, like it didn't pan out, but new quarterback, he invites these guys out to San Diego to work out. Then, it's better than not doing it at all.
I mean, Eli did it too when other people try to do it, but I think there's a difference in what you're doing when you're out there, right? It's one thing to take them out, but it looked from what I saw like this was a little more serious. Like this looked like to be a more, and I think I think Manhertz actually said that when they went out there, like Russ was working them out, like he was putting them to work. So I haven't heard that before. So, in the past. So hopefully this is a good thing. It translates to wins.
What else happened this week? Moving on subjects is what we call tight end U. Started with Olsen and Kittle, and they created this basic camaraderie. It's basically like a conference for tight ends where they work out, share, different things. Tight ends, I think, are probably a little misunderstood across the NFL. Like some of these cats are super smart. Some of them are super athletic. So Olsen, and there might have been a third tight end, but I know Olsen and Kittle were the driving forces behind tight end U.
Kelsey, actually.
And Kelsey, yeah, and they invite these cats out to work out, share some stuff, and it's probably been rolling now for a good 6 years. And, again, it can't hurt your career to, listen in on how other people work on their craft, right?
Right. No, especially two of the best, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Right.
And the fact that all the Giants tight ends went there. And
so,
I know. Oh, go ahead.
No, good segue to take your money. Yeah. Good segue.
Oh, take my money. No, there's no way. Who's taller than?
I'm going to read it to you, but I'm going to start up by asking you, who's the heaviest tight end on the team?
Oh, heaviest. Oh, that I don't know. I was talking about height.
Well, I'm going to get the height in a second.
Okay. I mean, I would probably say either Theo or Manhertz.
It is Theo.
Okay.
At 264.
Yeah, that's a unit.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
What's up, Mark? All right. Height-wise, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Daniel Bellinger is 6'6", 255.
Really?
Greg Dulcich was came from UCLA.
Yeah.
Giants picked him up last year, and I think he was just on the practice squad. Is 6'4", 245.
Okay.
Our new 7th round draft pick, Fedoni, is 6'6", 255.
Okay, yeah.
Theo Johnson is 6'6", 264. And Manhertz is 6'6", 235.
So they're all the same height.
Not only are they the same height, for the love of God, can we throw the ball to the tight end?
Right.
We've got 1, 2, 3. We have 3 6'6" tight ends. Like, how are we not throwing the ball to these cats?
I know that's crazy. So here's the thing. I know people like to say I'm bullish on certain things. So I'm going to give a bullish take right now. And it's going to be on our 7th round draft pick, Thomas Fedoni. And I'm going to say that is because, and we talked about it a little bit before, and I know you enjoy tight ends there. Craig, you like talking about them.
Yep.
That dude, if it wasn't for his injuries, he was one of the top recruits coming out. I got a lot of people who I trust as well that follow draft and stuff like that, aside from me, that are really high on this kid as well. And could be a potential. So we talk about sleeper bullish, our tight end in Fedoni. Watch out. He might end up being number 2 tight end.
Yeah, there's going to be definitely a changing of the guard here on the tight end thing because, like, there's just too many of them, and we don't throw the ball to any of them. So, like, I'm hoping that, in camp, they open it up and start throwing to the tight end so they can decide who can stay and who can go. Because I know, Theo's under contract, so he stays. But, like, Bellinger's a little bit on the bubble, though I do like his hands, and I do like what he does with the ball when he does get the ball in his hands. Fidoni's under contract, so he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then if you have, and Theo is still a little raw, as we know, like, he only caught a handful of balls at Penn State. So if you've got Bellinger blocking or Theo blocking and Fidoni's under contract, I'm not saying they're worse. I'm just saying, like, from a duplication standpoint, Manhertz and Terry, Jeremiah Terry, because he's also on the team.
Yep.
Jeremiah Terry, Manhertz, and Greg Dulcich seem to me like all bubble players.
I would say Manhertz would stay because him and Theo are the two best blockers on the team.
I don't know. I'll have to agree to disagree on that one because I didn't think.
I'm not saying he's not couldn't be on the bubble, but I think they really like him because him and Theo are the two best blockers on the team.
Well, we're going to agree to disagree there because, again, I think
who's the two best blockers on the team for tight ends?
I think it's Manhertz and Bellinger. I don't think Theo's a good blocker at all.
We love Bellinger, but Bellinger is not good as a blocker. We already know that. He's a better pass catcher. Theo is. I
just don't think Theo's a great blocker, but that's fine. Like, he doesn't move very well on the end of the line. Like, he's just very, very stiff. I
mean, it was put out there by a number of people that he's an excellent blocker. That's why he played as much as he did last year, because he blocked so well.
Yeah, I don't see it, but that's just me.
Okay. Listen, I know Bellinger. We love him. Finish, show, all that. But
yeah, I know. Bob,
can't be great at everything. Great pass catcher, great all that. But blocking is not his strength.
I still prefer Bellinger over Manhertz. And I don't even know. Like, I mean, look, at UCLA, Dulcich was a beast with the ball in his hand. Like, I don't know how Dulcich makes the team either. I still think they go, I think Dulcich and, well, definitely, Terry's a rookie from Oregon State, but I don't know, practice squad, special teams. Like, they're not keeping 6 tight ends.
No.
That's not happening.
Yeah. I think our guy, unfortunately, is on the bubble. I think Bellinger's on the bubble.
Yeah. I'm the other way around. I think, and Manhertz had a really nice year blocking, but he's just not. There's no threat to pass. To have it be a pass catching threat. So to me,
unless they put Fidoni on the practice squad.
Well, we're gonna find out if he has a good camp or not, right? Because I think that they could get by with Theo, Fidoni, and Bellinger, and over Terry, Manhertz, and Dulcich. I can see Theo, Bellinger, and Fidoni being the 3 guys.
Let's mark it around.
Like I said,
we'll make a friendly gentleman's bet that Manhertz will make the team.
If they keep 4, he definitely makes the team. He's still the best blocker on the team.
Right.
It's just tough to keep him when he's not a pass catching threat. And even if Bellinger's not as good as Theo, Theo is going to get better as a pass catcher. Bellinger's
he did until before that injury. He was coming along. He's going to have a breakout year this year. Well, I mean, not like a huge, but you know what I'm saying. He's going to stand out from what he did last year.
Yeah. Yep. And like I said, that's why I think like Dulcich and Manhertz might be, and definitely Terry. I know he's a rookie, but I mean, I don't see that. And again, tight end U is cool. They learn a lot from a lot of different folks, right? And it's a lot of exposure. So we'll see. That's going to be a good battle.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll definitely be interesting.
How about we keep moving on to rookies? Rookies are reporting tomorrow at MetLife Stadium. You'll probably see a ton of media around that, interviewing all the rookies rolling in with their gear and filling up their locker room, full of rookie stuff. Question is what rookie do you want to pop? Who's the guy you're just like, man, this guy's got to pop, and I'm excited to be there for it?
Well, I'm not going to go with the obvious choice. I'm going to eliminate the obvious choice, right? We know Carter would be the obvious choice, but I think the guy that I'm really want to see pop. I mean, there's a couple, but I'm going to go and
You only
I've
get
been.
one. You get one.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, the guy I'm going to go with is the guy that I wanted them to draft, and I said they need to draft him, and that's going to be Darius Alexander, because if he pops, that D line and next to Dexter
Ooh.
is going to take off, and that's a mean D line unit. If Darius and I want to see him pop because that dude is just a beast. If he can replicate what he did at the Senior Bowl the entire week against really good competition, I mean, good Lord. Him and Dex next to each other. Whew.
I'll say this for you guys out there. You really got to do yourself a favor and go check out the Senior Bowl footage on YouTube and watch Alexander just outwardly manhandling dudes. Like he's different when he gets going. Like there is a great motor in there that we haven't had. He's going to be a little baby Leonard Williams. And I just think that you cats should go look at the YouTube stuff on him from Senior Week the Senior Bowl, because he's going to be fun to be watched. Yeah. Yeah. The practices.
Stuff.
Practices, they're going at it. And you're like, man,
Yep.
who's this enormous guy wearing like number 6? Because he's wearing, because he's like an enormous dude wearing a little number. Okay.
So who you got? Who you got? Who you want to pop as a rookie?
So the obvious, of course, is Carter, which we said, right? And Jackson Dart, to prove that, all those nut jobs are wrong about the Ole Miss quarterback. But I think he's doing a really good job of standing out on his own. He's engaging fans, and he's throwing the ball around the lot. People are loving that, what he can do on the field. So I think the rookie I want to pop the most is Scatterboo.
Yeah, good choice.
And there's some reasons there, like kind of like Ahmad Bradshaw. Like, you get your work cut out for you when you're a lower draft pick, especially you're a running back and you're only 5'10". You got your work cut out for you. He already knows in the back of his mind that he's not going to supplant Tracy. So you're like, I need to pop so I can earn carries, right?
Yep.
So, and then there's also something about, to me, the way he catches passes out of the backfield that has me stoked.
Yep.
Like he's tough between the tackles. You kind of lose him, and then he dips in and dips out, and then he runs you over. He finds a lot of spots. But man, the cat's got soft hands, kind of like Bradshaw. But the best to ever do it for the Giants was Barber. Barber just unbelievable hands out of the backfield and took off. So I think the rookie I want to see pop Scatterboo because of his size, you know what I mean, and the things that could be going against him, like not playing at a ginormous school, he's a little bit slower. So I'm going to lean on Cam.
Well, listen, as a former vertically challenged vanilla running back, I'm rooting for him as well. So yeah, absolutely, it's a good choice.
Did you see the clip of Dart throwing the ball to that dude on the jet ski? No, but I heard people talking about it. Cole, was it crazy? Let me know if you saw it, because I did hear it was out.
I did not see it, but I'm gonna have to look for it now. I know I know other people have done things like that in the past, so I'm wondering how good it was then. But here's the other thing when we talk about rookies, just real quick. Not only are all our rookies signed, but I believe our 2024 rookie class, all of them are going to be starters, if I'm not mistaken.
2024 rookie class, you are saying you think they're going to be starters from front to back?
Yeah, I saw something on that. I think it was like last week or something.
All right, so that would mean that's an interesting take. So all of them, every one of them?
Well, I mean, the top one, like Muasau obviously wouldn't be, right? Because he was 24. But as far as
so Neighbors starts, Newbin will start. Phillips already starts. Theo's a starter coming off of injury, long as he's healthy. Tyrone Tracy starts. I mean, and Muasau is still a
He
lock.
starts on special teams, though?
I was gonna say he's a lock to be like, the next, Herslick or
Right.
the next Blackburn playing special teams. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know
If he's a starter on special teams, that counts as a starter. So if the
agreed.
entire right, so if the entire draft class could be starters, that's pretty impressive, right? Like that's pretty good. I don't think I mean, it does maybe speak to who they need to replace going back a few years, but I know people look at the negative side of that, but I think it's a positive side. These guys come in, they did what they needed to do, they were able to start, push some other guys out. Like, but we agreed. We've talked before a number of times that people got to be that roster didn't have the depth it needed to have, and they've been building that depth. That depth has gotten better. So I think it's a really good thing if you can say that your entire rookie class is going to be starters
Yeah,
in year two.
Year two, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at, and then like you've also got the Banks is a starter, JMS is a starter, and then the rest of that class was just butt.
Right.
So it'd be good if something worked out our way.
Right.
And then 2002 is Thibodeau, Neal, Wandale, Azudu, Flott, Bellinger, Belton, McFadden, Davidson, McKeithen, and Beaver. So that one's like a 50-50 split. Like that one's a little up in the air.
Right. All right. Cold sent me the video. Whoa.
Of Dart?
Yeah. He absolutely made a hell of a throw, and the dude just dropped it and knocked him off the jet ski.
Oh.
Yeah, it was quite the throw. It's impressive. I'll have to text it to you so you can see it. It's impressive.
I like it. We got one more. House cleaning. Remember, folks, if you want to play fantasy football, hit me up. Spartan Mike will be back running that, and you're playing against him for another autographed jersey. Year 1, we gave away Toomer. Year 2, we gave away. Why am I drawing a blank? Who I gave away? Hakeem Nicks. Sorry.
Hakeem Nicks, yeah.
So this year, I'm not sure. Like if we get enough of you folks that want to play fantasy football with us, Sean will run a league and Spartan will run a league. One will be less expensive than the other one. But we did have Joe won the Toomer jersey, and I think Robes won the Hakeem Nicks. Or no, it wasn't. Robes lost in the playoff game to Joe. So yeah, right. we have a good time with it. If I get enough of you folks to play, your guy over there will have his own league, which is probably torture him, by itself. Having to hang out with him all week long, like I'd be like, oh man, Joker's killing me for me drafting Kadarius Toney.
Oh yeah, I talk trash. I mean, it's the league. If I do this, everything's going to be based off the show, the league. So,
Mark wants to know if we got tickets to the joint practice. Like, I am 90% sure, Mark, that we have tickets to the joint practice, which Chris and I usually attend together. A lot of good fights during those days.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching them get scrappy. So yeah, and then of course Sean's going to the Giants. Is it Giants Dallas?
No, Commanders game.
Commanders, sorry. Week 1, you'll have Joker in house. So
I'll be at FedEx Field.
Yep. We'll definitely again, we got some stuff in the works, by the way. We got stuff in the works coming that should be fun this year, but definitely the fantasy football is going to launch. I got to get my acting gear there, get Spartan what he needs, get the website built. So that's ready to rock over there. All right, we're wrapping up. Anyone have a question? Fire it out now. We're more than glad to answer whatever crazy nut job questions that you guys have.
Grandister. There we go.
I'm looking through. All right, here we go. Sean, any Giants players that are on the hot seat? They have that good camp to survive the 53-man roster.
Yeah, I'd say Azudu. And I would say, again, he's our guy. We love him. Been on the show, everything else, but I think Bellinger.
Okay. I would think that, DeVito's an odd man out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
I think that Graham Gano could be
Oh,
on the bubble. Grangier, like, he's been hurt quite a few times. I don't think Tay Banks is like a bubble guy, Mark, but
maybe in danger of not starting.
yeah, hot seat, like benching him. Yeah, no doubt about it. JMS is a guy that could be ready to be benched, and JMS slide into that spot. I mean, JMS, GVR.
GVR.
Van Roten.
Right. This is a good this is a good one here. Hold on.
What do you think about Carter saying he ain't no rookie?
I love it. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. High expectations, bring it. Have that confidence. We need that. That is what a dog would say. How many times have we said that in here, Craig? How many times have we said we need dogs? We need those guys that have that mindset, right?
Oh,
That's exactly what you want to hear. I want to hear that from my first round draft pick. Who's going to wreak havoc on the league? That's what I want to hear. Bring it. Set the high expectation.
No soft players, right?
Exactly.
No soft players. And as long as they know he can digest the offense, as long as he can digest the defense, and they're going to move him around, left, right, inside, outside, middle, like wherever they're going to be moving this cat around. As long as he's able to catch up with the speed of the game and what's being diagnosed, like, man, like, I can't see this guy not having a great year. So I think from his vantage point, he's coming to play. Like, he's coming to play and start and make mistakes, but fix them quickly. And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I don't know if no like real hot take there, but I'm trying to think, like, yeah, I'm okay with him saying that because he's probably going to be one of the most dominant players in the league if he catches on early. He may be a slow burn. We don't know, but all signs point to he's getting it. They like him. There's no negative.
If you watch those videos he puts out, Craig, you'll see he just moves at a different gear. He's got a different gear than other people. It's so noticeable.
I saw him running around the world with the cones. I saw him.
Yeah. And his take
for a big dude, he's got really good bend, which is
he does. And that first step will go a long way in this league, no doubt of it. All right, so here's another good one, I think. Grandier was asking about hot takes before camp starts. A no-name, though, still. Major role in the team, a trade, anything else. Well, I put this out on Twitter a few days ago when it was, Thomas wouldn't commit to starting week 1, which I get why he said what he said. But don't be surprised. My hot take is Marcus Bowe will work himself in there. If Thomas can't go, they'll work him in. He'll be a starter.
Here's my hot take. If Andrew Thomas doesn't play 15 games, the Giants are drafting a tackle in the first round next year. Because he is teetering on the point of being unreliable. And we all really like him, but he can't go down the second or third week of camp every year.
Yeah.
He just can't. So, all right, wrap this up. Any last questions? Bang them out now. Send them this way. Fantasy's coming up. We'll be here next Monday. At least I think we'll be here next Monday. Yeah, totally love to see Carter make 51 famous, right? No doubt about it. That would be super cool. He's going to be fun to watch. Chris and I are going to be going to Giants camp. We'll be out there looking for you folks. And that's all I really got overall. We got some big things in the works from a content standpoint. Stay tuned on the Fantasy Football. I have to get the coder to put it on the website, and then I'll tweak it from there. I don't know. You got anything for me, Sean, or are you good?
No, I'm good, man. We covered a lot tonight. It was a good show. Good little debates, good fan interaction here, which we always appreciate, with some good questions from them. So a little bit of everything tonight, which I thought was good, man. So it's always a pleasure, doing a show with you, my man. So
we got this down pat. And like I said, we got some things that are on the horizon that could be really big.
Yeah, they could be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know what happened to Zach cold. He got a new job, and he's a hard-working kid trying to hustle, and they got him working at nighttime, and he's never home to be here, so we need a new producer. But good kid. He was a Jets fan, though. for the record, we still love the kid. Still love him.
Okay.
Oh, and look at this, Sean.
Yeah. What do you got?
Are
things actually finally get sent out to my boys?
Yeah, I got the box, and it's all sealed up. I think the bobblehead was Stretch, and
and then the other thing was Low.
The poster was Low of Jason Sehorn. Yeah, but I got the box, got it sealed up. I just got to throw Stretch's
address on there. Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, so didn't forget those guys. All right, people, we are just about out of here, and want to let you know, of course, we thank you. Spread the word. Tell a friend if you like what we do, and we'll continue to try to get better. And again, we can't tell you what it is, but man, there is something on the verge that's really super cool. Keep your fingers crossed for us, because we could use all the good vibes coming our way. It's a little project that we've been working on for a bit, and it might just come to fruition. We're hoping so. To bring you just better, cool stuff. And by the way, we like doing cool stuff. So we want to also deliver the best content available. And with that said, peace out. Later.